Paul and Sam, thank you for the invitation to Boothtown Juniors. How did it all start for you two?
Well, for myself, I played here at Boothtown since I was 18 in 1996. And we've always been open age up until 2016 for the juniors. We were up at Illingworth with our two lads. I was helping out coaching up there, and then shooting off to go and play either masters at Boothtown or play open age. In 2015, I went back and did a bit of open age as well. And I just felt I wanted to be in my own club, really, and everything that we were doing, it just felt as though, well, they did used to refer to me as Mr. Boothtown up at Illingworth as well. So we started it from that, really, in the summer of 2016.
Yeah.
And we felt lucky with the building that we're in, because it had just the year before, football had kind of just left it alone. It were falling down. The pitch were a mess, and so it took some work to get there. But ultimately,
took on the building, didn't we?
Just took on the building for the junior facility, and then just started recruiting players from scratch. Really, we just had one lad, which were Monty, and then Monty's our son, and we just started from there. There were our friends then, Mel and Liam Moran, came with their lad Dexter, who's at King Cross now, and it just grew then from there over the next few years.
Yeah.
So what age group did you start with?
We started with an under-10s, so it were an under-10s in playing in the Yorkshire Junior League, and that were the first team that we kind of scraped together. We recruited really well at first. We did a courtload of months of training while we were getting registered with the league and everything.
Yeah, that was a long process, wasn't it?
There were a lot of kids who enjoyed that side of things, but when it came to the actual game itself, that's when a lot of kids stepped back, didn't they? They didn't enjoy the actual game itself. So we had about 10 kids in all, didn't we? 10 players in the under-10s.
And you naturally recruit a lot, but you tend to lose.
Yeah.
They don't. It's not for everybody, is it? So it's a natural process.
So Sam, how did you get involved deeply in this club?
It's our son Monty, so I was just dragged in as a mum and on the sidelines. Ellen was saying, I'm not helping, I'm not doing anything extra, I'll just be a mum on the sidelines to actually do everything in this place. So yeah, we do it. It's our life. It takes up all our time. I think we do more time here than we do in full-time jobs.
So you started with an under-10s team.
Mm-hmm.
What was the development after then?
So the development after then, we then had some siblings who were naturally under-8s. So we had two teams the season after, and that was an under-11s and an under-8s. And it ran like that for 2 seasons, didn't it? Just with two teams, and around about 25 kids at Boothtown. Across both teams, it didn't go anything bigger than that, really. And then COVID hit, and everything shut down for 18 months. So
we all remember it well.
Yeah.
It gave us an opportunity to renovate the building, and we made a clubhouse out of what was just changing rooms. And after COVID, unfortunately, what was the lead team, which our son Monty was playing in, that the players didn't come back after COVID. I think we only recruited about 6 of them returning back, so we had to forfeit that team. But everywhere else expanded, as Tots had a massive section. I think at one point there were 30 odd kids.
Yeah, under 5s.
Running wild, and then we had what was a new under-11s team at that point. So we had just three teams at that point, wasn't it? It was the Tots, the under-11s, and what was the under-9s.
Yeah.
And then we got an under-7s, and then that developed, and that's now in an under-9s team. And we've got an under-14s, and then we've got now a under-7s. So four actual teams who are playing on a regular basis every week, which is under-7s, under-9s, under-11s, and under-14s.
And our under-9s is the first team that's developed from Tots.
Tots, yeah.
It's gone up from 3-year-old.
Yeah. So that's been the natural progression. Yeah. So they came when they were 4 and 3-year-old. So that 5 years they've been with us. Have quite a fair few of that team, haven't they?
Yeah.
I think there's about 20 on that team. I think 10 of them are original from the very first interaction with rugby in a team setting was at Boothtown after COVID did it, and they're now forming our under-9s. So
where do you recruit your players from, and how do you recruit them?
So social media is where we have our advertising in that sense, but ultimately it's friends who bring friends. Our under-14s had a bit of a bad year last year. We lost a few players to other clubs, and we dropped down to from 20. We dropped down to 12 players in his under-13s, but we're back up now to 20 because the lads who have stayed have just got new friends to come and play, and then they brought friends, and it's just excelled that way. So it just is. People come and they enjoy being at Boothtown, and then they bring their friends.
And we tend to recruit new to the game players. We don't recruit from other clubs really. We've had a couple of transfers, but they're all new to the game, so they're all green, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what's the ethos you're trying to promote here at Boothtown Terriers?
So it's all about family friendly fun. We do like to win, but we can't always win. As teams tend to be really good losers, which is they come off smiling, which is what we want. We don't want kids coming off crying because they've lost a game. They come off actually smiling, and people always say to you, "Don't they? How have you done that to your team when they've lost?" And they're here for the
social side
experience.
Of it. Yeah. There's a massive social side to Boothtown. We obviously rugby. We are a rugby club, but we do a lot of things away from the game as well for the kids. So it's not just about playing rugby.
And we're very inclusive, aren't we? Yeah. We don't do one team's doing this, one team's doing that. We are anything that goes out is the whole club.
Yeah.
And everybody's included in the same way.
That's correct.
So what about, you say everybody's here to enjoy themselves, have some fun. What's perhaps the highlight of the last few years?
We've had some big things, really. In 2019, when Halifax got through to the semi-final of the Challenge Cup, we were the mascots on that day.
That was outstanding, wasn't it? That was such a good day.
So we were part of that. A crossover at Bolton. It were Boothtown lads and lasses who were stood on the field alongside Halifax while they went out to compete against St Helens in
and we was actually requested to do that, which was really good.
Which were great.
The
and then our under-12s, which is the under-14s now in their first competitive season, they got through to the semi-final of the Continuation Cup in the Yorkshire Junior League. And then this year we entered the National Cup and went over to Ayres Finch over in St Helens. And that was a great experience for our lads, and especially seeing a lovely club like that. That's got a kind of same mentality towards rugby. That rugby's what we say, what the game is. It's a family sport, and we try to breathe that here, and certainly they do over there. There in that sense, it's about playing the game and having fun.
Yeah, and it's not just about the kids, it's not just about the players, it's about the volunteers that come with it. We've got grandparents that are saying they've had trouble with the mental health and they're stuck in the house all the time. They come join our club, they get chip in, they help out,
Barbara's
and
massive,
we've become part of their family as well. And then suddenly the mental health's a lot better, and
so
it's all that sort of thing, isn't it? When somebody says that to you, that's really rewarding.
It is,
nice.
As we said, when we're just hitting the start of the actual season this year for the juniors, and that's when the families start to come more in that sense. And like Sam says, you've got the grandmas. There's a team of grandmas really who are litter picking, and Barbara works in the shop constantly.
Janet's really
Janet's
good.
A massive help in what she does. But like Sam says it again, we're not just a rugby club who focuses on what's happening on the field. We care about our families, and pretty much we make sure that the parents are enjoying it as well, because it's down to them that the kids are turning up. You know, they're the ones who are taking them to the away games. They're the ones who are getting them here early on a Sunday morning, and we try to put on as much as we can do for them as well throughout the year. So we have parents' nights, which are always a good laugh, and there's always things that's inclusive. What we try to do, events, fun days, barbecues, etc. Throughout the year.
So as we sit here at the beginning of 2025, we look forward to the season. What's the next part of Terriers Juniors history going to be this year?
Well, I think this year it'll be.
I think it's more next year that's going to be a big year for us, because it's 10 years next year. So that getting to the 10-year mark is absolutely massive for us as a junior section, because people didn't think we would, and we were like, oh, you won't get anywhere, it'll fail.
You might have a season,
and we've proved everybody wrong, and to the point that actually other clubs are stealing our players now. So that, to me, we've made it, because other clubs are coming to us to take our players. Take them if you can take them, have them. But to me, that I feel like we've made it, because that's happening.
So really, 2025, the last year of your 10-year. Before you go on to your 10th anniversary, and more kids playing rugby league.
Yeah,
well, that's it. So it's a bit of as we say, a standard season. I think that the big achievement was having a team that were eligible to play in the National Cup. That was big, because that starts at under 14s. So we'd not reached an under 14s age group. So this year was the first year that we're eligible to do that. I think that the main kind of aim for this year really is just it's in that sense it is a bit of a standard season. So it's just to keep the teams maintained, keep recruiting as we have done at the start of this season, but ultimately as kind of as planning is the calm before the storm of next year, when we're, as a club as a whole, Boothtown Terriers set up in 1986, so we've got 40 years of the club, but we've got 10 years of the actual juniors as well in the same year. So we are looking at plans of because we did it for the 30th year, where we had a big event down at the Shea, meal and everything, and that's what we'll be looking to do. But obviously it's a little bit bigger this time, because there's this 10-year celebration of the juniors as well.
That's great. Thanks very much indeed.